Today I'm gonna give you a guide on how to play Meowscarada, Floor Trick and Double Team. I think to most people it's not like really clear like what the real purpose of this like set is, right? Or like how powerful the set is actually in the game. Because I think Floor Trick and Double Team has like way more potential than like the other sets because of like strong outplay potential. First of all, Meowscarada overall is like a speedster, right? It has like the speedster properties. Your main focus is to threaten like the squishy mons, especially like attackers. That's like what usually like speedster do, and like Meowscarada can do this like really well. Because like this moveset with like Floor Trick and Double Team is like a phenomenal set to like execute squishies actually. That's like the biggest potential this like moveset has with this mon. So with this mon, your power spikes actually starts at like level 7. Why? Because that's like where you get Double Team, right? Why is it not like 6? Because like with the bomb, you have like a potential for like gigantic damage, but with like level 7 with Double Team, that's where you can like start actually like playing with cat. And it's like what you have to always consider like playing with cat. If you reach level 7, that's like where you can actually like play with cat. Before level 6 and 7, you only try to like gather like enough experience so you can reach like the power spike. The power spike of this Pokemon starts like really late, so you have to like consider like farming as much as possible to reach it, so you can actually like play with cat. But before level 6, you're actually no threat. You're actually like kind of useless except for like the big burst on minions with leafage. Leafage in early game has actually pretty good secure compared to like most Pokemon. Secure minions with this mon is usually like not a big problem. The main focus on this guide is more about like explaining the different skills like Floor Trick and Double Team, and then possibilities how you can like approach enemies, right? Because like that's like something people don't really understand, and that's why I kind of want to help you out in understanding. We are in practice right now. Okay, that's like where I'm gonna like explain you like everything. So leafage in early game is like really strong, right? Like the secure potential, like I already mentioned, is like really powerful. So that means like if you hit like everything, it's gonna like secure like most minions on this game like really easy compared to like most of the cast. So that's what you have to like kind of recognize, right? Because like the secure range of this one is actually gigantic as long as you can hit like everything. And that's like what you have to like play around with, right? Your main focus in early game is more about like farming, and if you can do that, the easier it is for you to get like your power spikes, right? To reach like your power spikes. And that's like your main focus in like early game. Like reaching your power spikes is the most important thing. You only fight if you know you can kill like enemy Pokemon, and if you can't do that, I would just like try avoiding it and like try to farm as much as possible. Let's talk about like Floor Trick, because like Floor Trick is like your main tool of like actually like dealing damage, right? Because the bomb in itself does like tons of damage, because it has like execution damage. That means like the more HP the enemy Pokemon is missing, the more damage the bomb is gonna deal, right? So that's like really important to like notice. So that's why this Pokemon is like really strong at like executing like Pokemon in general, which are like really low, right? It's usually like guaranteed like kill. So what you can do with this bomb is like you send it out, right? And you can tap it like once. You only need to tap the bomb like once to like make it like bigger, right? You don't have to like attack it like multiple times. Only once is like enough to deal like with gigantic damage. The bigger bomb has actually like AoE properties. That means like if you tap it like once, right, and you let it explode, it does AoE damage, as you can like see, right? And that's what you have to like kind of remember as well. So what the bomb does is, what the extended bomb does is like increase damage and like increase like AoE. Now we come to like the more complex thing, and that's like Double Team. Like Double Team is like something people don't really like understand when it comes to like the properties of like Double Team. And Double Team is the main thing how you like outplay like enemies, because like Double Team has like its own properties. That means like does like so much stuff for you where you have to like play out like your Double Team as well, right? Like the thing with like Double Team is like it moves on its own, right? To the closest target it can like kind of trigger. If the shadow is like too far from enemies, it won't move at all, right? If you're too close, if the shadow is too close on like an enemy, it will move automatically to the enemy. And that's what you have to like kind of recognize and remember. So the second thing the Double Team does, and I think it doesn't say like in the description, is like it gives you movement speed, right? Like every time you send out Double Team, it doesn't matter where it lands, you always get like movement speed as long as you like use the skill, right? And that's like what the game doesn't really tell you, I think. So the second thing is like you can teleport to like the clone. And the clone, like every teleport you do, right? Every teleport to the clone, or if like enemies destroy the clone, your enemies are gonna be stunned. So you already have like CC as well, right? CC, movement speed, and one skill combined. And that's how you like play with this mon in general. So the next thing about this mon is like if you reach 11, right, your flower trick plus, it gives you movement speed as well, as long the moment you like deploy your bomb, right? It actually gives you movement speed. So that means like you have two skills which gives you like increased movement speed. You have like double team, right? And then you have like the flower trick you cannot deploy. So you get like movement speed from like two skills, which is like really important for your gameplay and how you want to approach like enemies. There's like something else about like double team which makes it like really strong in general, right? Your clone runs like way faster than your Pokemon, which makes it like way easier to like chase Pokemon in general. So do you see that speed? That's how you play around with like double team, right? Because like double team always runs like 2 times faster than yourself, right? That's how you like reach your enemies with this mon, usually to like proc the bomb. So another thing about like double team is like you can dash into like a different direction in comparison to where you send out the clone, right? So you have like this like movement thing, like where you move your cat, and then you have like this one where you aim with your like double team, where you want to send out your clone. So you can send out the clone in one direction and move like into like a different direction, right? As you can see here, right? You can see they walked in like totally separate directions. As you can see like here in the 2 directions I've sent. If you would only use like this one, like your character would only always dash like in the same direction as the clone. That's why it's like really important when it comes to like how you want to approach like Pokemon in this game with like double team. It's really important that you use like both of your like Anoxics or movement stuff, whatever you have. Sending out the clone and walking in a different direction gives you like tons of opportunity to make tons of plays. So now we're gonna talk about like different approaches when it comes to like this Pokemon, because like how you approach with this mon is like on you. With this mod you have like different ways to like approach Pokemon, and it always changes with like the circumstances. So the first way you can like approach is by starting with like double team. So you have like double team, you teleport and send out the bomb, right? And then tap it. That's like the first way you can like approach, because like your main approach is just like to trigger the bomb, and that's like your main source of like damage. The next way you can approach is like you send out your bomb, right? Send the shadow, let it explode and run. The bomb is triggered by every damage you deal to like the enemy. It doesn't like matter like when you use your Knight skill or like auto attack. You only have to tap the enemy with the bomb to like deal like way more damage. One thing you can do with this mon is like you can send out the shadow like behind you, right? Send the bomb and do like this and let it like kind of explode. That's like something you can kind of do, but like in order to make it work, you kind of have to like kind of stay close to the Pokemon. Okay, the next thing you have to like recognize about this mon, it's just like a booster attack, right? The booster attack is like the purple thing about like below the HP bar, and like the booster attack, it gives you like way bigger range than it usually has, right? So if you can see, like my circle is like really small, and then when I have a booster attack, it's like way bigger. So it's like a tool to like trigger the bomb in general, because like you can send out the bomb, it launches to the enemy with like a certain distance compared to like the no booster attack, and that's what you have to like kind of work with as well, right? So you can kind of see this like Pokemon. So my shadow runs, right? This is like one of the main approaches you have as well, like as a tool. So what you can do is like you can do like kind of this and let it explode, right? This is like one way to like trigger the bomb as well. This cat has like so many possibilities when it comes to like triggering bomb, and you have to like kind of play around with that, right? The game plan of this cat is more like hit and run. You run to the enemy, hit the enemy with the bomb, hit the bomb, and run away. So that's like the main thing you have to do with the Pokemon. So the last thing about this Pokemon is like Double Team Plus, right? Double Team Plus is like really important when it comes to this Pokemon. With Double Team Plus, right, your shadow kind of stays longer on the field, which is like really important to like notice. And with like Double Team Plus, putting the clone behind you gets really consistent, right? Because you can just like send it out, do this here, and then go back again. That's like possible because like Double Team Plus makes it so your shadow stays like longer until it like disappears compared to like the normal vision, because normal vision is like way too short, right? Like what I showed you, you can't really do this with like the normal vision, because like the thing is gonna disappear. because like the shadow doesn't like stay for too long. That's why like getting to like level 13 is like really important when it comes to this like one. With like level 13 you have like way more opportunities and like approaching like enemies and like doing like a lot of like outplays, right? Usually I don't do like item recommendation, but like the set I usually use for this kit is like attack rate for like a little bit more damage. The second thing I have is like body bearer. Body bearer is like really important because like your shield and unite is like really small. And for like body bearer, your shield is gonna be bigger, so you can like kind of survive most engages if a Pokemon decide to like punch you in the face while you have like your unite, right? And then as a last item, I have Razor Claw. It's like your auto attack after you use a skill is like actually really strong. So you use the bomb or the shadow, do the auto attack, and then let it explode. So your damage is overall is like increased. That means like the stronger you are, the easier it is to like execute Pokemon. That's like your job with this like moveset. The hold item I recommend this one is actually eject. So what you can do with eject as well is like you can change the direction of your unite, and that's like the most valuable thing when it comes to this Pokemon in general. Because like if you fuck up your unite, right, that can happen like quite a lot. You can change your direction, and that's like so valuable when you wanna chase some enemies, especially with squishy ones. I'm emphasizing to kill with squishies, right? That's your job, and that's what makes it like really possible with like eject. Yeah, that was like my guide to playing Meowscarada with like Flower Trick and Double Team, because like that's the only set I actually play on this one. It's like a lot of fun. If like hit and run is your playstyle, I think this Pokemon is actually like the right Pokemon for you. If you practice with Pokemon a little bit, right? Because like this moveset requires a bit of like practice. If you practice it properly, I think you're gonna have like a lot of fun playing this one. But yeah, that's it for me. I hope you liked the video. I'm gonna see you next time. Bye. Bye bye.